Many times as businesses scale, the team that got to a particular point cannot go beyond it. We see this at all different kinds of breakpoints.
In the finance function, things start to break down when there is a lack of financial controls and processes in place, an inability to accurately project cash flow, or lack of insight into the financial data needed to drive strategic decisions. If these types of issues are not quickly addressed, they can quickly snowball into bigger problems. This is where an interim or fractional CFO can help.
One of the ways to look at and see if your company is in a distress situation is to see if you have a lot of calls from vendors asking for payments, to see if you have a lot of turnover in your company. Obviously looking at the financials, which gives you a big clue as to the situation. Are customers leaving the company? If you see any of these signs, you probably are in a distress situation and you may want somebody like me to come and help you to turn around the company.
Interims come in often in the times of crisis. Something happened to give that immediate need to drop a person in.
The moment any stakeholder recognizes that there is a problem, the moment there is a thought that interim leadership is necessary, it has been necessary for at least 6 months. The biggest mistakes company owners make are waiting, expecting next month's or next quarter's results to save you. Organizations that find themselves in distress in particular find themselves in a bizarro world in which rapid growth could actually exacerbate the decline. At a very early stage in distress, it is important to fundamentally reset the organization. And a failure to recognize that has killed more companies than simply bad management.
It's really about keeping the company moving and running the way it should. It's really a calming notion to have somebody come in and fill the seat so that the seat isn't empty for very long. It gives people somebody to look up to, gives people somebody to talk to, share whatever their anxieties are.
InterimExecs works with owners, investors, and boards who are dealing with everything from a leader suddenly leaving, to accounting errors, to fraud being discovered. In other companies, the key driver is growth, and an interim or fractional CFO comes in to put the people, process, and technology in place.
I've worked on companies that brought them through an IPO, a number of acquisitions, companies got acquired, the two most recent for over $500 million.
InterimExecs RED Team of accomplished CFOs can be engaged as an interim to step in while a full-time search takes place, or they can lead a project such as driving an M&A process. Alternatively, engaging a CFO on a part-time or fractional basis has increasingly become popular for companies that only need a fraction of an executive's time.
The benefit of a fractional model is that the client company doesn't have to pay for a full-time CFO, and the cost is a lot less, and I focus my time and efforts on only the items that need my level of experience and knowledge.
So it's now possible for a company to have a CFO that is thinking about that company on call, but maybe is only being used for a couple hours or a day a month. Very affordable for all kinds of companies in growth mode. And then as the company grows, that company can scale up into the CFO. It could be the fractional person is putting in more time, and it could be at some point that fractional CFO is recommending and helping recruit a permanent CFO into the roles.
You get rapid deployment. These interims go in and they're able to evaluate the situation very quickly. They've got vast amounts of industry experience usually, and they've seen a lot. And so you get that experience applied immediately, and usually they've done it multiple times. So it's a very quick way to get from point A to point B and get it done right.
The benefit companies realize from bringing in an interim executive is they realize the value of having someone who can hit the ground running, a versatile executive who understands that there is a need for action before you have set up your desk, before you have any pictures on it. There is a need to hit the ground running and quickly produce results.